What's up, y'all? This is Jeffery at Jeffery TV, Jeffery at pfunk1.com. In fact, I meant to test that Jeffery at pfunk1.com email address, and I forgot. I got caught up. Anyway, coming to you live on Memorex, default location, default route, taking the steps later in the evening. As I woke up this morning after the show last night, of which I'm getting ready to go into, sometimes, as eloquent as I am, it's hard to fully grasp and put into words the impact or how good or this or that something was. Last night's show was just damn good to me. Last night's show was just so damn good to me. First of all, the sound system was damn near perfect. It was beautiful. The bass, I could hear everything. The guitars, Mr. Hampton's guitar. And it may have started on the ride up. Actually, it may have started with grotesquely early. I got to the venue 2 hours before the doors open. So I'm like the only one in the parking lot. People, they still watering flowers and putting up posters. I'm there. So I went and got me some McDonald's cheeseburgers. That always helps the show. Get back, and I see Lamar Miles and Vicky Calhoun out there. So I step up, start talking to them. I hadn't seen them in a long time. So I feel good. They say a good show starts in the dressing room. Same way with us on our side of the stage. Didn't talk to Mr. Payne, talk to Mr. Bedrosian. Just chopping it up with people. Mr. Tracy, I'm on this prelude. Mr. Lewis spoke to him, just, hanging out, hollering at folks. Jason, talked to Jason. What's Jason's last name? Damn, anyway, I ain't gonna call him Mr. Jason though, no. But anyway, they're speaking to folks, and so that just got it going. And then in line, I'm talking to people. Cause I'm just feeling good. I'm spirited, I'm feeling good, I'm open. Slim Goody, oh my God. Slim Goody showed up down there. So I'm just, I'm ready. I'm just ready. I'm the first in line with McDonald's in my belly after talking to people. And let me just say this too. I talked to two of the band members yesterday, and maybe for the first time or something like that in a long time, I got a strong opinion. Now, I'm not saying that the band bullshit you. I'm not saying nobody in that band gonna lie to you or anything like that. But professional people have a professional way of staying over controversial opinions or leaning one way or the other. And plus they probably understand that, there's fans all over the spectrum, and you don't wanna not offend, but you don't wanna antagonize or offend any of them. But yesterday, I talking to two of the band members, who I just ain't gonna say their name, actually gave a strong, definitive opinion, subjective opinion. I was like, wow, okay. I mean, cause I do all the time, that's what I do. But I know they can't. As public figures, I know they can. But it was good, it was just good. It was just good. So I get in the show, I'm the first fucking one in there. Go right to the front row center, goddammit. Front row center. And I'm out there, talking to people, talking to these ladies in line and stuff, just having a good time, chopping up, going back and forth with them. One was from Brooklyn, so we was going back at it like that, and one was from San Jose or something, we was just talking. Then the one came up, I got front row center, and here she come up, got right next to me, real close, it's did her arms staking out her space. I was like, yep, you damn right. I said, you right. And she kind of jokingly bumped me over to move me over. I was like, you right. That's how we do it. I'm glad to see you understand. Because it was only me and her up there. And then as people came in, we talking about how to maintain her space. Her son was with her. You can see he's probably young or teenager, whatever. He was just on his phone. He wasn't into nothing. He was just on his phone, staring at his phone like he didn't want to be there. But one thing about that lady I didn't notice, she had rhythm. I noticed she had rhythm from when I first saw her. She was dancing outside. I was like, oh, look at you being on beat and stuff. I was like, look at you being on beat and stuff. I was like, go ahead. So it was good to, enjoy the show with somebody with rhythm next to me, as opposed to the Santa Cruz show, in which, let's just say, there wasn't a drop of rhythm off stage other than me. Anyhow, so that's going. I'm feeling good. Dude next to me, Mr. Chatty, went and bought me a punch. A punch is when they put Sprite, cranberry juice, orange juice, pineapple juice all in, ice, Sprite in a cup, and because I'm not alcoholic and them things is good. When they make them right, they're good. I done got them all over the world. Different people make them differently, but they're good. Anyhow, different mixtures of each. Anyhow, the show was just damn good. The sound was good. Other than, I don't know why I'm jumping this part. One time, it seemed like the bass dropped out of Aqua Boogie. Other than that, sound was like perfect. Vocals were perfect. The show was as good. They opened up with Nappy Dugout. They went into Super Stupid, and they just took off from there. Before the show, during sound check, when I was standing outside, first one in line, I heard them play Cosmic Slop. They played the whole damn thing too. And then so I kind of expected to get it tonight. Got it tonight. Got testified last night. And let me say this, because of the occasion. I'm gonna say this because of the occasion, and try not to relay any of my, that's sarcasm. Try not to relay any of my sentiment towards this. No shaking the gate last night. No shaking the gate last night. Hey, and no P-Funk, no long P-Funk. And Mr. Hampton's stage was, the stage, they had the barrier. And there was, a walkway in front of you between the stage and the barrier, but the stage was probably about 4 feet high. So it was like right there. The stage was like right at almost at waist level, and it was close enough. And it was, in the barrier, we couldn't like lean on stage, which I kind of don't want to do anyway with that band. There's been shows where, smaller shows or whatever, where I'm standing right at the stage and, I could damn near lean on the stage or my hand is on the stage. But not with this band. It's too much movement, too much stuff going on. I like to have that space between me and them. So it was just about perfect. And they came out, and Mr. Hampton, both times, Mr. Hampton 10 feet in front of me, playing the lead on Cosmic Slop in Knee Deep, loud, sharp, clear. He's like right there. I'm like probably the closest person to him off stage. He's like right there. And it's like, and it never gets old. For whatever reason, it never gets old. This ain't the first time where I had him that close. When he's doing it and I'm hearing my song, hearing that guitar, quote unquote, the way it should be played. Sometimes he plays it the way it should be played, and sometimes he don't. The way it should be played is purely subjective, depending on how Jeffery feels at any given point in time. Purely subjective means nothing else. But sometimes he'll play it note for note, the way I think it should be played, or maybe to the record, whatever. And the sound and the tone will be there. Like in Oakland or Santa Cruz, one of them, he took liberties. He took liberties. I guess it's his song, you can do whatever you want. But he just took it someplace else. And I got to go back and revisit that because he really wants someplace else. And I'm not saying it was good or bad. It was definitely interesting and enjoyable. But I was like, whoa, where's he going with this? But it's good just to have that. And I think, in Oakland, I had to deliver him a package from Slim Goody. I saw Mr. Hampton outside after the show. We was talking. He was like, Slim Goody, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, he back there, he around there. He was saying, well, I can't walk back there. And I was like, he said, maybe I can get somebody. And I was like, I got you, dog. And I walked back there, carried it back, and I carried it back proudly. I delivered the package and I carried it back so proudly, I took a picture of me carrying it. And I gave it to him, put it in the back of his backpack for him. I was honored. I was literally honored and proud to do that. I was literally honored and proud to do that. I was. I think I've been talking to the band and stuff more this tour than I have probably in a long time. Because over the first 10 years, I go to a show, do my thing front row, wearing my jersey, being who I am. Turn around, go home when show's over. Boom, I'm out of there. Bye. You know, Mr. Curry was saying he remembered. He was like, who was that cat that always come to the show? And as soon as it's over, he gone. Because they remember me before they knew me. They wear my jersey and, probably getting it the way I was getting it. Knowing all the words and being on beat the way I was. Now I be directing. Now I be directing. Like Tony Khan's wife said, I be giving instructions and directing the band. Because I've seen it too much. I know we're supposed to go where. And we're a team, aren't we? Aren't we a team? But I really can't put into words how good that show was to me. And when I get it good, see, the show could be good, and I get it good, and I got it good. I mean, I was energetic through the whole thing. I didn't get tired. I didn't feel like I wanted it to end. Of course, it was only an hour and a half long. We was out of the show was over at 9:30. I think I was home. Well, I don't know when I got home, but I had to drive an hour from Ventura. But we was out of there by 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we was done. Wait, 9:30, we was done. I was like, ooh, okay. Y'all out of here. And so, it was a short show, no shaking the gate, but I got enough. I got enough. That's the way I could put it. I got enough. I was full. I was fulfilled. It was over. I was still energetic. I just felt good. They gave it to me good. They just gave it to me good. That's probably the best way to put it. They gave it to me good. I'm right there, front row center. Mr. Clinton right there, 5 feet from me. I'm standing there looking at him. I know he see me there. I know he know who I am. I know he know what I want for us to get down and get this done and do it again. And we did, he did. And again, I think Mr. Clinton is another person who's so solid that always is like part of the woodwork that I never remember, but his energy, his stage presence, him, even his outfit. I mean, all of that plays into it. He's an entertainer. I guess he's been doing it for 70 years now. Every time Mr. Payne say it go up a decade. First it was 50, 60, now 70. On behalf. So I mean, all of it. I gave it to Mr. Clinton for still doing it. Still bringing it giving it to us. And just calling stuff out. Organizing the band, doing whatever he does. The whole thing. Brandy, Tanisha, Trey Lou, Kevin Oliver. Even though there was no Mr. Hampton playing rhythm guitar on a couple songs. One time it got too loud. It may have been out of key or whatever, I don't know. One time it was like, ooh, didn't mean to do that, did you? But I heard him playing rhythm guitar, the plucking like, something like that. They didn't play Mothership Connection though, but something like that. Like, oh, that's Mr. Hampton. A couple of times I'm looking around to see who's singing, because they sing a song, and I'm hearing the vocal, but I'm not seeing who's singing. I'm like, who sang that? Who's singing that? Who's singing that? So that's always fun. It's always funny to look and find out where the sound's coming from. And, hey, they go Jeep Renegade like mine. Nope, mine's limited. Mine's is better. See it? Ha 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 ha. Mine's is better. It was just good. It was just good. Audience was good. It was just a good show. I got it good. That's the only way I could put it. They gave it to me good. And I'm sustained, I'm fulfilled. I'm content for right now. I still got 4 more fucking shows to go or something like that. Yeah, I think four more to go. But I got mine. I'm cool. So whatever happens now is gravy. I got that shot. I got that injection. Because it was just good. It was just good. Oh, Carlon, Mrs. Clinton, Mrs. George Clinton gave me a Funkadelic fan because I noticed at this other show, he said, where them fans at? Mr. Clinton was going, where them fans at? Where them fans at? And I think Brandy got one out, and I saw one of them Funkadelic fans. I saw one somewhere online someplace. I'm like, oh. I said, I wonder if those are the kind that make that noise. And you snap them, pop, pop. I don't know. But I saw Mrs. Clinton, Caroline come up and give her, see, she's doing her PTV. In fact, thanks to her PTV, as soon as I came home, I downloaded that video. I went to Facebook downloaded that video, because I know I'm all over it. She gave me a Funkadelic fan, so I knew I put it in my back pocket. So I knew when Mr. Clinton was gonna do it, he was gonna say, where them fans at? Where them fans at? I was gonna pull mine out. And Caroline turned around and got me. I was like, I don't know what to do with a fan. What do you do with a fan? Act like a geisha? That's the only thing I can think of. And plus, it's a Funkadelic fan in bright, happy, purple and red colors. Not the tone or texture I would have chosen for Funkadelic. Yes, I always have something to say. Yes, I do. But I guess, Funkadelic, is the best word. Funkadelic is the best word. You can't say Parliament. I guess you could say P-Funk. But no, I think you want to use Funkadelic because you want the brand or the name or whatever. So Funkadelic is the word. And Funkadelic to me is darker and heavy. Like I was having that conversation with Mr. Payne, and the kind of music he gravitates to and the kind of music he doesn't. That's what the archivist, he gave an opinion about, what kind of music he likes and what kind he doesn't, and it was refreshing to hear, not somebody draw the line in the sand, but to be, just upfront about it, not upfront, but you know what I mean. It was just good. He just let me know, his style, not only the style that he leans to, but what he don't like. It was good. It was just good. It was just good. And Mr. Bedrosian, what he said was, he said his sets, Mr. Jones is like a historian, statistician. He's like a professor of funk. Even business, everything. Just talking to him was like a master class and everything. I bought Batavian's CD from him just to give him $20. Told him to send me MP3s because I don't want to open the CD. I'm like, what am I doing with the CD? Put it in my computer and rip it. I don't know even if it works. I might even have to get out the freaking external CD that I bought 10 years ago to get it out. I said, just send me MP3s. He said, yeah. But anyway, I was just talking to him. It was just like a master class. And, him talking, taking in all that information. He said he used Logic Pro on a Mac. We went through all of that. Business, releasing CDs and Spotify. It was just a good talk. So, before the show, I'm just feeling good. I'm walking in there, I'm feeling good. And what was I saying, Mr. Payne talking about? Oh, Funkadelic. Everybody has their own style that they lean to. Everybody has their own styles that they lean to. And what Mr. Bedrosian said was that I guess they play a set. I'm not sure if Secret Army. I get them all confused to tell you. I think it's Secret Army or one of those. He said when they play the records, they play them. When they play the song, they play it as the record. They play it as the record is played with the parts on the record. He was like, no jam bandy stuff, no this, no jam bandy, no ad libs, no extra. He says they play it note for note. They play it note for note to the record. He said it adamantly. He said it adamantly enough to make me look up. I was like, He said he plays it, those parts in the songs, the way the record was played, and he takes pride in that. And that's important to him. I was like, that in itself is major for a P-Funk enthusiast. So, if he's gonna do it that way, and he said they did a festival or something, and there's supposed to be a video coming out, tracks coming out. And the way he explained it to me, how they played it, like I said, exactly like the record, you know, no deviation, no jam band stuff. And the songs they played, I was like, okay. You need to go outside, man. You need to go out. They flying by in the dog and other thing up there. You need to get out of that lane and go outside. But you know, that is interesting. I'd have to make a trip to see that. I would have to make a trip to see that. I think they're gonna be in New York. Someplace in New York around June 4th, 5th, something like that. And I'm gonna be in Ohio, so you never know. So it was just good. The show was just good. I really can't relay how good it is. I done seen this band how many times? I probably need to do the tally. I might be up to 300 or something like that. But it don't get old. It just don't get old. And it sounded so good yesterday. I mean, the band sounded good. The sound was good. I'm front row center. The lighting was beautiful. The venue, people around me. Sarah showed up, J.I. Dixon showed up, Jennifer showed up. Oh, you know, just being Jeffery and, you know, being that guy, you know, front row center. You know, everybody can't be front row center. You gotta be able to carry that weight. You know, I'm front row center. I turn around, look at the crowd, they look at me, I'm here. You know, I ain't here on accident. I hold that position. I carry that position. On and off stage. They say they know. When I'm in the house. Everybody know when I'm in the house. And I think that's what, or who I may have always wanted to be. I think that's whatever I am now. Whatever it is. I'm not saying it's this or that, whatever it is. I think that's the role that I probably would have wanted to play, even though I didn't even know the role exists. It just kind of evolved, you know? Because everybody like, join the band. Why don't you just join the band and work for them? Nope. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for me. I have to be independent. And not only that independent, over the years, maybe just the way I am, I kept a somewhat professional distance to the band. And not just because I got kicked off the list, but that's just who I am. You know, I'm not all gooey and hanging on people and see backstage, yeah, everybody just, what would you do, you know, come over. You know, I ain't that person anyway. You know, I did this for you. Yeah, I bought you a gift. You know, this I want to give you. No. When I got off the list, and I think I'm gonna thank Jason. I'm saying, yeah, thank y'all for kicking me off the list. It was the best thing for both of us, you know that. I don't know who kicked me off the list, but in the back of my mind, it was George Clinton management for, you know, for writing that article or whatever. But it worked. It accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Somebody had to do it, damn it. Somebody had to do it. So, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, you know, I keep a distance. I couldn't be in the band. I couldn't be part of the family and be as critical and outspoken and truthful and honest as I am. Like I said, when I was truthful and honest, I got kicked off, you see? And that's good. So now I'm out here buying my own tickets, and it wasn't like, it definitely never was a fuck y'all, I'm coming anyway. It definitely never was that. I never would want to provoke that beast. You know, I was like, I hope they still let me buy tickets and come, almost, to a degree. And it just so happens, I was with the Russian at the time. I might have not have been financially able to go to a bunch of these shows. Huh?
You jumped my dad?
No, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, bro, you had jumped my dad.
I don't know where that led off, but homie ran up on me talking about, asking me did I jump his dad. I guess somebody jumped on an old man. He out here looking for the dude doing it. said I fit the description or whatever. Like, no, man. I said, I'm out here doing a podcast, dog. Come on, man. I said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, is your name Jesse? I was like, ooh, that's close, but no. Said, nope, ain't me, man. I ain't the one. I said, I work corporate. I work downtown, dog. That ain't me. I don't need that. But anyhow, and I saw that the video stopped. I don't know when it stopped or how it stopped, but anyhow, just, what was that? Talking about getting it good and the band, and full, and afterwards just hollering at folks and, you know, just hanging out and getting my punch, drink, the McDonald's before the show, getting there early. I think a lot of it has to do with they're grotesquely early. And tomorrow I'm gonna be grotesquely early too. Tomorrow I got dinner reservations at 5, shows at 7. I'm thinking if I, you know, get a first in line pass, they got all kinds of perks that I can get. I might spend some money. I've been spending so much goddamn money lately, shit. I might spend some money and do some stuff, you know, get a little perks. But all that foundation and all that stuff ain't nothing, it ain't better than being front row. And to be front row, you just gotta get there early and grab your spot. You gotta be the first in line and get there. And maybe, I'm thinking, and maybe yesterday, being front row center may have had a lot to do with it too. Not just being front row, but being front row center and having room and space and good people around me. And by good people, I mean people on beat and rhythm, people who understand the music ain't all screaming or talking. You know, it was just good. Mr. Clinton was like right there. And then Uche saying, I'd rather be with you. I'm standing right there, front row center. He gonna stop and sit down and sing it 3 feet from my face. I was like, God damn. He was like 4 feet from my face. I'm standing right there, and the only stage is he was like right there. I said, all right, you wanna do this? Let's do it. And I was recording. And him, Mr. Curry on bass, him singing it. Maybe the next time. When they bring it to that part, that's when it gets really good. But he was hanging in there. He did it his style. He put his little style on it. Not little, but you know what I mean. And it worked for me. I was like, I shook his hand afterwards. I said, man, I was critical when you first came in here. But man, yeah, I said, you proved to me tonight. Like the Ms. I told him. I was impressed. No, impressed is too strong of a word. But, you know, it was good. It was good. It was really good. He's starting to come in to be also had another band member gave me critical opinion. I just remember, this is good. It's just good. It's just fucking good. You know, I don't see how they're gonna let this end. I don't see how this is gonna end. I don't see how he's gonna be able to retire. They're playing too goddamn good. They're not playing like a band that's ready to retire. Not at all. They're innovating stuff, playing R&B skeletons in the closet, trying different stuff, being innovative. This ain't a group or a band or an operation that seems like it's ready to dissolve. So anyway, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me and for the funk. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. the totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.